Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Danyea, and if this is your first time here, welcome. Here on this channel, I like to do makeup, hair, vlogs, lifestyle videos, a little bit of everything. So if that's something that interests you, please consider subscribing. As y'all can tell, I'm here to talk about how to find your doctor for your next cosmetic procedure. If you're interested in getting work done, or if you had work done and want to go back for another round and trying to find another doctor, then this video is for you. I will give you tips and tricks on how to find a doctor, and I will tell you my personal experience on finding my doctor, and I'll tell you who my doctor is and all that good stuff, guys. So stay tuned and let's just jump right into the video. But go ahead and subscribe before we jump right into the video, guys. Of course, what I always say in my videos, I have so much BBL content, guys, so make sure you go check out those videos. But in mostly all of my videos, always say do your research. Now when it comes to picking your doctor, that is the number one thing. Do your research. Of course, don't just be picking a doctor because your friend went to him and all this. No, do your research. And before you even pick the doctor and research a doctor and stuff like that, know what surgery you want, guys. And that includes knowing what the surgery includes and what it doesn't include, so you can plan to spend more if you have to, if you want to get different areas of your body done as well. I know that was a lot, but what I mean by that is a BBL only includes taking fat from certain parts of my body. So if I wanted to add on more parts, I would also like to include my chin, my arm, my back, and additional areas. You have to factor all that in as well when you're finding your doctor and picking what surgery that you want. Now there are so many different cosmetic surgeries. I specifically had a BBL, but this applies to all doctors, period, y'all. Another thing you should take into consideration is traveling. Are you willing to travel? I don't know about you, but in my state there are not a lot of great BBL doctors, so that is why I traveled down to Miami. And if you're traveling, that's more expenses that you have to include in your planning. So if your doctor is in another state, another country even, are you willing to travel, and how far are you willing to travel to get the surgery? Know that as well, because you could be looking locally for a doctor and they might not give the results that you're looking for. So be okay to travel outside, guys. It's not as bad, but I'm saying don't limit your search to only in your state. Speaking of that, have a budget in mind when you're planning on finding a doctor. Now, there are a lot of great doctors out there, guys. There are a lot of cheap, great doctors out there, and there are a lot of expensive, great doctors out there. There are expensive, bad doctors and cheap, bad doctors out there as well. See, so when you're looking to find a price for your doctor, don't let that be your only limitation. Like, don't only find cheap doctors, or don't only think because a doctor costs 12 racks like my doctor that he's the best doctor out there. No, there are some really great doctors out there. Don't solely focus on the price point that they're at. Look at their results. Look and see if they're board certified and all that. I'll get into more about that later, about the requirements that you should have when you're looking for a doctor. And create some flexibility within your budget, because you may find a doctor who may be a little above your price range and you may have to save more. But if you know that the doctor is going to deliver and give you your results, it's worth it. It's worth it to me, in my opinion. So as we're talking about creating a budget and stuff, also create some wiggle room, because doctors can add on stuff at any last minute. The day of surgery, they can be like, oh, well, you're going to add on this. So just create some wiggle room within your budget, y'all. And if you want to see a video on how I pay for my surgery or anything related to the financing my surgery and stuff, I do have a video on that. I will leave a link above in the cards and down below in the description box. Going back to my research thing, research, y'all. Like I said, research can be done on many different platforms. YouTube is a big platform where a lot of girls put their BBL content out and stuff like that, but that's not enough research, y'all. I'm gonna need y'all to like Google some things and fact check some things. Don't just take what you see in these videos or on TikTok as face value, y'all. Meet real people, join Facebook groups, start a surgery Instagram, guys, get connected to girls within GroupMe. Find some surgery sisters, find some other women who have went to the same doctor that you're interested in, so you can see their results. And another thing, a part of the research thing, if your doctor is performing on women who don't have your body type, what makes you think he's going to perform well on your body type? I'm not saying that it cannot happen, but I'm saying do not be unrealistic. If your doctor only does skinny people and you a well thick woman, like well over 200 pounds and stuff, find a doctor that will work with your body type, because there are doctors that work with bigger women. Yes, there are. And research the doctor who is really working with people who have your before body type, not your ideal after body type, guys. A lot of people go off the after results, and y'all, the doctor can only work on your body and what you bring and what you provide. He is not a magician. So if this is your first round, your results may not be where you want them to be. But if you have a doctor that is used to working on your body types, like mine, I feel like the doctor can get closer to those desired results that you want. Now, be willing to also work with your doctor and work out beforehand and eat right and all that stuff that you have to do before surgery to help your doctor increase the likelihood that you'll like your results, y'all. There's also this app that I used when I first started researching my BBL. It's called the Real Self app, and I'll put it up right here on the screen, guys. I found a lot of great doctors on there, and a lot of doctors that I originally wanted to work with I found off there, but I also found a lot of popular doctors off of there, guys. This takes me to another point. Don't go with whoever is popular at the time just because they're popular. Stop doing that. Why are y'all doing that? Why are y'all doing that, y'all? And I will tell y'all specifically how I found my doctor at the end of this video, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Going off onto my next tip, kind of related to the research piece, some doctors are not board certified, guys. I talk about this in my other videos. There are dentists out here, y'all, pediatricians performing surgery when they're not even board certified, okay? Make sure your doctor is board certified. Now, I'm not saying just because they're board certified they're going to give you the results that you want. You know, they are humans at the end of the day, so be realistic about that. Having a board certified surgeon just makes me feel a lot safer during the surgery process, because I know that he knows what he's doing. He went to school to learn everything that he's about to do to my body, so I feel like, you know, I can trust him a little bit. He got a certificate to prove that he knows what he's doing. Along with finding a doctor, research at the facility that they're located at, guys. Just because you have a great doctor, the facility can be trash, and that could ruin your surgery experience. Trust me, I've heard it before, y'all. Research the facility. I know y'all have heard horror stories about Jolie plastic surgery and everything like that. Even before I had my surgery, I heard bad things about Mia Aesthetics and how people weren't calling back and stuff like that. Mind y'all, this is during the pandemic, so they had a lot of changes within their staff and stuff, but ever since I had my surgery, I had no problem with the clinic that I was at. They were very responsive. Whenever I had a question and stuff, they would get back to me right away. I could reach out. I had no problems with Mia Aesthetics personally, but I have heard of people loving their surgeon and hating their facility, and it ruined the process for them, and they would not even recommend the doctor because the facility was so poor. People were talking bad about my surgery clinic before I went, but a lot of these surgery clinics will have mixed reviews and stuff like that. You do your own research. Call up there if you have to yourself to talk to them, get some background about them, and just see how they deal with you, how they interact with you, and you can honestly probably tell at that point if you like the facility or not. Now, this is a good thing. If you're local, you can even drop by and visit that facility, y'all, which I would highly recommend going to get a consultation in person if you can. Go and get the consultation in person if you can. This is another great way to vet out which doctor that you would want. And before you even pick a doctor, have the date that you want in your head, but also don't have it be a solid date. Allow it to be flexible, because some doctors are booked well in advance. So if you like, yo, I'm gonna go get my surgery in 2 weeks, baby girl, doctors are probably booked up. BBLs are becoming way more popular. So just make sure you book out well in advance, guys. Find your doctors, do your research well in advance, because some doctors are booked out ahead of time, okay? So those are all the tips that I really have when finding a doctor. If I'm missing something, or if you want to add something, leave it down below in the comment section so we can help each other out. Now I'm going to tell you about the process of me personally finding my doctor, who I originally was going to, and all that good stuff. So in the beginning, when I first heard about like BBLs and everything, my friend told me about Gold's plastic surgery. Now y'all know, if you know, you know. Gold's, horror stories about Gold's. But in the beginning, mind you, this is before like a lot of people started getting BBLs, I researched the BBL surgery a year in advance before I actually got the surgery, just so I could be well educated on what the surgery is and really make sure that I wanted to commit to this thing, because once you do it, you know, it's no going back. So I was going to go to Gold's Plastic Surgery, did my research on them, found out that it's not the place to be. Now, when I found out that it's not the place to be, I found that out through Facebook groups, guys. Facebook groups was extremely helpful in my process of finding a doctor, because after I realized I didn't want to go to Gold's Plastic Surgery, I found Dr. Doback. Now, Dr. Doback, of course, you heard about her a lot in the surgery community. If you've been in the community, you've heard about Dr. Doback a lot. I found her on Real Self, the app Real Self. And I was like, okay, I like the work that she has. I even watched videos, like some big influencers and YouTubers also went to her, and I seen the results and I liked their results. I wasn't in love, but I really liked the results. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna be a Doback doll. Nah. Then I went into Instagram. I was looking at some Doback dolls, and I was hearing their horror stories. And because y'all know, let me say this, doctors are only going to post the good things. Just like everybody else on social media, you only posting the good things. Now, when you create these Facebook groups and these Instagrams for surgery pages and stuff, y'all get the real and y'all get the raw from real people who don't have an agenda behind them and aren't trying to just show you the good, okay? So go on and get into these groups. Go on and follow these surgery pages on Instagram and stuff, because that is where I found out that Doback has a lot of botched dolls, guys. So I was worried about that, so I canceled Doback, and I didn't pay no deposits. Don't pay no deposits until you're absolutely sure, because that's a way to save some coin, y'all. These deposits aren't cheap, and a lot of them are non-refundable, so remember that. So after Doback, I heard of, you know, Harry and Williams. Those names got thrown around a lot. Now I think I was gonna go to Dr. Williams, y'all. I was really liking Dr. Williams' results and stuff. I heard a lot of controversy surrounding him, talking about like he doesn't like black people, or his results aren't that well, or whatever. And at the time when I was going to pick him, because I really liked his results at the time from what I saw, then I found out that he was paying influencers more, or only working with influencers and stuff. Guys, these doctors are human as well. Some of them may have agendas, and some of them may only want to work with a certain type of body type or a certain type of person. You know, they might be celebrity surgeons and stuff like that. Now when you're a surgeon, and you can pick and choose who you want to work with. You can pick and choose who you want to work with. I'm not against it. But what I didn't like about Dr. Williams, this is what I heard about him. This is all hearsay. I don't know if it's for facts, and y'all can correct me down below if y'all heard this too or not. But he started like only doing famous people surgeries and stuff like that. And for the regular girls, when he did do regular girl surgeries, or didn't cancel them at the last minute or the day before, because I've heard that too, when he didn't cancel them the day before, they were like regular girls, but regular girls results weren't as good as the influencers' bodies that he had worked with. So I was like, I'm a nobody, so he probably won't do me how I like, so I'm going to take my money elsewhere. Now this is when I really started researching Mia aesthetics more, and I joined some Mia groups. When I decided that I wanted to go to Mia, it wasn't based off the clinic. I liked that the clinic had many different locations, because I felt like, oh, if they have all these locations, they must know a little bit about what they're doing, okay? But once I found my doctor, that's when I started realizing there were other doctors at Mia. So when I heard of Mejio, this when he first started popping off, like it was like buzz around him. I won't say first started popping off. This was when he was still not talked about as much, when his prices were a lot cheaper, okay? Now, what drew me to Dr. Mejio, when I first heard his name, what I really loved about him is that he prayed with his dolls before surgery. Now, this ain't happened to me, but I heard it. So again, this is why y'all can't see everything y'all see on the internet for facts, because your experience may be completely different. So I really like the fact that Dr. Mejio was not only board certified, for one, because that was the first thing I checked. Second, I really like that from all these dolls, I heard that he had great bedside manner, which was another very important thing for me to have. I want a doctor that was compassionate and serious about me and my body, because this is a serious thing, and a lot of these clinics be treating girls like they nothing and just be pumping them in and out, pumping them in and out. Not saying Mia Aesthetics doesn't do that, but I'm just saying I was looking for a doctor who really had good bedside manner. And I'll tell you about my doctor's bedside manner in a little bit, but anyways. So I really like those things that I was hearing about Dr. Mejio. Then I went to find dolls who actually had surgery by him. And let me say this, their before bodies were similar to mine. So again, I checked that off and made sure their bodies looked like mine before I got the surgery. And then I went to find his dolls and stuff. I didn't find a lot of botched Mejio dolls. He didn't have any deaths at the time. That's another thing y'all have to research. Does this doctor have any deaths? And find out what the cause of death was, because some of these deaths are related to anesthesia, so it may be the anesthesiologist. But if it's negligence on the doctor's part, that is a big red flag, y'all. Big red flag. But back to what I was saying. So I realized that he had no deaths. He was board certified, great bedside manners, was delivering the results, and at the price point that I wanted. That's when I knew I was going to Dr. Mejio. So I found my doctor by researching Facebook groups, y'all. Honestly, researching Facebook groups. And once I committed to my doctor, I didn't pay no deposit. I did more research, y'all. I did more research on his personal Instagram. I mean, I want to know what this man is like, you know. So I did all the research that I can. Googled his name. I was watching videos and videos and videos about this man, y'all, before I actually put a deposit down, because I really wanted to make sure that this is the doctor that I was going to trust with my body. You are spending a lot of money on this surgery. You are risking your life for this surgery, because every surgery is a risk. You want to find a doctor that not only cares for you, but really knows what he's doing, okay? Guys, there are a lot of doctors out there that are great. There are a lot of doctors out there that are bad and can be a hit or miss. And every body type isn't the same. Every person isn't the same. Results are never guaranteed. So remember that, because once they have your money, you ain't getting that back. You are not getting that back. And you can get revisions and stuff made. But y'all, this is why it is important to do your research. Even if you do your research and find you a great doctor and everything, results are not guaranteed, okay? Sometimes you can have a great doctor and then not have the best surgery one time, because we are human. People make mistakes, you know, and your body type has a lot to do with it. And make sure that you're doing everything that you need to do before surgery, so you can only help your doctor even more. Your doctor can only do but so much. You have to be willing to do the rest of the work. That is how I found my doctor. I hope this helps you on your process if you're thinking about getting a BBL, or if you're thinking about going back for another round, or getting any other cosmetic surgery, because these tips and tricks apply to all different surgeries, you guys. Always do your research, guys. Always keep an open mind. Be willing to be flexible on some things like price and location, but also be solid on other things like deaths and board certification, okay? But have fun. This is an experience. This whole surgery thing is an experience. Your research process should be fun. Preparing for a BBL should be fun. At least for me, it was fun. Research, get to meet people, guys. Get to talk to doctors. Even talk to some of the nurses and concierges at the clinics that you're thinking about going to. If you guys enjoyed any of these tips or tricks or found anything helpful in this video, please give this video a big thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Love you guys. Bye.